What's up, y'all? Welcome to the Country Cut Podcast. We have an exciting show for you this week, and I'm really looking forward to you all getting to follow along with it. Sit back, grab you a snack, grab you a drink, whatever you need, and let's get this thing rolling, baby. Come on now. All right, hey y'all, what's going on? Welcome to the Country Cut. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Jason, and this podcast is going to be something that I feel like is going to be fun, it's going to be informative, it's going to be really entertaining, and you guys are getting to watch and witness the very first episode that's ever been released of this podcast. And so this one's going to be special to me. This thing's just going to grow, and this is going to be the first one that you all are going to get to watch and listen to and witness. So, like I said, grab yourself some food, grab a drink, turn it on while you're driving down the road, whatever it may be. And we'll get into it. This is going to be fun. This is going to be relaxing, pretty chill, but like I said, hopefully informative. So this first episode is just, since it's the flagship, it's just going to be just a little bit about me, what got me into this, just a short little video, and then we'll really dive deep into it moving forward after this video. So just about me, like I said, my name is Jason, for those of you who don't know me. I graduated from Appalachian State University with a degree in broadcasting, more specifically on the sports side. Sports is one of my passions in life, and so I pursued that as a degree. Plus, I love to talk. I love broadcasting. I love the media side of it. I love everything, and actually piddle with that a little bit outside of college, and still do even now. But another thing that I love is radio, and I love country music. I love what it stands for. I love what it represents. I love what it resembles. And so, there's country music related podcasts out there left and right, but there's not one that really hones in on behind the curtain of country music, how country music works, how artists find songs to write, how the songwriting process goes, what, some breaking news in the industry, some artist announcements, some album releases, all that. So that's where I come in. That's going to be my job, and part of this podcast is to be able to provide you all with that. I'm going to make this as entertaining as I possibly can. We're going to have a lot of good conversation, going to have a lot of good topics. We're going to have a lot of good feedback. So I spend my time really in marketing, in radio. I'm a promotions assistant for a radio station now, a country music radio station now. So I work in promotions doing that. I work in marketing. So I've kind of done it all, and I've loved it all. But the one thing that I love most is this, podcast, broadcasting, that kind of thing, talking, all that. Country music has always been one of my favorite passions in life, I would say. My brother got me in country music. Every time he and I would ride together, he was always playing some sort of country music, and I loved it. That was kind of our way of bonding and connecting, and I loved it ever since. So it makes me think a lot of my brother whenever I listen to this stuff, and I soak it all up like a sponge. Artist names, songs, record labels they sign with, just news in general of country music. So, but through all that, the one thing that's remained constant, like I said, has been my love for country music. It's always been more than just songs on the radio for me. It's stories, it's real life, it's faith, family, hard work, heartbreak, overcoming challenges. That's kind of what's drawn me to it, and that's why I want to share that with you all. So, like I said, we're starting this from the ground up. And so we're going to get this thing rolling with your support, and we're going to see what we can get here. I'm going to hit you guys with a lot of hot takes of some artists that I feel like are the best in the industry without a doubt, that is under the radar, on the up and coming, but a lot of people don't know about. And these artists are artists that if you don't listen to now, you absolutely have to listen to them and fall in love with them like I did. And so I'll hit you with some of those, and it's going to be really good. Like I said, I started this just because I love talking about country music. I love the industry. I find myself all the time discussing new artists, new songs, all kinds of stuff. How the industry works, diving into how it all works behind the scenes, behind the curtains that nobody sees. And I've kind of fallen in love with it, watching other podcasts and just diving into it. So eventually I thought, why not just create a place where people can have, different conversations together, industry news, album releases, some hot takes on country music. Wanted to kind of create a podcast that celebrated it all. And so that's where we are. So here's how it's going to play out a little bit. Each week, I'm going to release a new podcast every week. I'm going to do one every week for you all. So, like I said, this one's just a flagship. This just kind of touches briefly on what we'll talk about. We'll go into discussion on it. But we're going to release stuff like, discussions about what's going on in the industry now. We'll find one or two artists a week and we'll maybe do artist spotlights on it. We're going to make it fun, informational, a little comedic. I'm going to listen to some albums. I'm going to listen to some albums of some artists and give you my reviews on them. And just tell you what I liked about the song, what I didn't like about the song, and we'll go from there. So, of course, always got to do industry news and trends. That's a must with a podcast like this. And hopefully get some artists on here to do some interviews with, whether it's up-and-coming artists, established artists, whatever it may be. There's a few in my area now where I live that I'd love to have on eventually, so you all can get some exposure to who they are. They get the opportunity to explain what they do and how the process works from an artist standpoint. And then, we'll get as well into faith as well, because we're seeing now that a lot of artists are becoming a lot more open in their faith. So we're going to touch on that because my faith is a big thing to me in my life and is very important. And so we're going to touch on that as well. And what I'll probably do is do a Bible verse of the week. So we'll start each episode with a Bible verse, and we'll go from there. So we'll kick off a Bible verse that kind of relates to the episode of the week, just for something to keep in your minds throughout the episode. So, like I said, I think country music still matters, and country music is so hot right now and so popular. I mean, it's a booming industry. You're seeing Christian artists like Brendan Lake dabble in it. You're seeing rappers try to dabble in it some. Fetty Wap, most recently. Moneybag's been in it before. You've had Lil Durk in it before. So you've had country and rap in it. Jarek McKinnon from has been in it as well, from rock bands. So you've had it all over the place. Post Malone's been in it. So every artist in the industry knows that country music is starting to really boom and blow up, and everyone's following suit, and they're tagging along, and country music is growing, and it's growing rapidly, and I'm looking forward to sharing that with each one of you. So yeah, I feel like that country music is still one of the few genres nowadays that actually talks about real people, real experiences, heartbreak, love, all that. And yeah, so I'm gonna tell you all about that. Like I said, I'll do some album reviews, and I'll say, hey, this album was great. I love this song or that song, or I'll say, this song wasn't as what I expected it to be, or I'm gonna hit you guys with breaking news, and yeah, so that's kind of what the game plan is. Like I said, we're starting this from the ground up. This is the very first episode that I've ever released of this, and we're just going to continue to grow. We're going to grow from every aspect of this podcast. We're going to go from the camera. We're going to go from the location. We're going to go from the microphone. We're going to go from the guest appearances. We're going to grow from it all. And I'm so excited to have each one of you tag along and listen. So, but the one thing that I love having as well is some interaction on each one of these episodes. So comment down below about the episodes, how you feel about them. I love the dialogue. I love to communicate back and forth with them. Let me know what you think. If you got any topics that maybe you say, hey, maybe you can touch on this, I'd love to hear them. I'd love to hear kind of what you guys have to say, because I want to be able to appeal to the masses and let you guys know that, hey, I hear you, and we can touch on it, and who knows, maybe bring some other guests in the industry on the show, some other DJ personalities, or maybe some employees of some record labels, or whatever it may be, some people that do artist relations work or whatever. So I go a long way. But first things first, thank you for watching this episode. I hope it fires you up as much as it does me. But I need you guys to make sure you subscribe, like, and comment on the podcast and on my page. That just helps us grow. It helps us sharpen our tools. Iron sharpens iron, so it helps me stay sharp. It helps me stay dedicated. It helps me get better each and every week to release something better than the week before. And so, yeah, make sure you subscribe to it. I'm looking forward to getting to hear you all's opinion on it. And like I said, if you have any topics at all that you think maybe we could talk about or could be discussed, whatever it may be, shoot them my way. Let me know. Follow us on YouTube. We do have an Instagram account that we've created, so follow us on Instagram. And yeah, we'll start this from the ground up, and I can't wait for you guys to experience it with me. We're going to do this together. So until next time, I'm Jason. This has been The Country Cut, and as always, keep the music loud, keep the story alive, and I'll see you next week.